Okay. And we talked about the difference between the American option and European option. You know the difference, right? Oh, I forgot to collect the report, right? Well, we'll do that after this, okay? And, okay, yeah, so think about this. Let's go back to this example, okay? This was the example of short hedging, okay? So this Battle Mountain company was expecting to sell 50,000 of copper, 1,000 pounds of copper a few months later, okay? And they expected to receive 302 cents 65, okay, per pound. Okay? And the thing is, if the price declines, okay, between July and November, if the price declines, then their revenue will be only 135,000, which means their loss will be $16,325. Okay? So in order to hedge against this possible loss or possible decline in the price, okay, what they could do was they could sell 2 units of November future contracts at the expected price or strike price of $302 cents, okay? And at that time, they could receive $151,325, okay? And when, in fact, the price declines to 270 cents per pound, okay, what they can do is they could buy 2 units of November future, okay? Again, when the maturity comes, when the expiration date comes, right, then the future price will be exactly the same as the spot price. Strike price will be almost identical to a spot price, right? So if the spot price is 270 cents, then the future price will go down to 270 cents, okay? So what the Copper Mountain can do is they can purchase 2 units of future and then offset their holding of their obligation to fulfill the 2 future units they have sold in July, okay? It's called the offsetting trade or reversing trade, okay? Whatever you want to call it, okay? And then they still make they received $151,325, okay? Now they need to use $135,000 to purchase 2 futures. So that means they're keeping the price, the profit of $16,325 profit, okay? All right, that's the idea of hedging in using futures, okay? But one thing you have to understand here is you can guard against or protect yourself against the price decline in this example. But what if price increases? Suppose instead of price going down, price went up between July and November, right? Then what? They are in trouble because they have agreed to sell 50,000 pounds of copper at $302.65 cents, right? But suppose price went up to 320 or 330, right? Then they still have to sell their copper, the 50,000 of copper at agreed upon price, right? Even though market price is now 320 cents or 330, okay? So the benefit of hedging with option is you can actually protect, using that example, you can protect yourself against the price decline. And when price actually goes up, then you can also benefit from increasing price, okay? So what you could have done in that situation, okay, is, let's say, so the price of copper, right? So let me write down a kind of summary of this, okay? Futures can be used to hedge against one-way movement of price, like decline or increase, okay? One-way movement of the price. Okay. So in table 20.2 that we just looked at here, okay, in this example, right, Battle Mountain it loses an opportunity to make money if the price rose above the delivery price, okay, because they sold the futures. Okay. And let's say in this example, suppose Battle Mountain purchased the Battle Mountain purchased November put. Let's say Battle Mountain buys November put option with 300 cents strike price or exercise price. Okay. So what's the put option? Remember the concept of put option. Put option gives you right to what? Buy or sell? Sell, right? Yeah, the put option gives you right to sell the amount, whatever the I guess copper in this case, okay, at a certain price, okay? 300 cents. Okay? So you are guaranteed to receive 300 cents per pound of copper. Okay? Well, the difference between future and option here, one difference is in order to purchase option, in order to buy option, right, you have to pay premium. Okay? So let's say at 6.65 cents premium. You know, it's like insurance. Okay? So in case price goes down, you will exercise. Okay? So when the expiration day comes, right? If the market price, spot price, is below 300 cents per pound, right, then you will exercise this option, put option, okay, and receive 300 cents per pound. Okay? Well, if on the expiration day, if the market price or spot price is below 300 cents, right, then you don't have to exercise it. You will let it expire. Okay? Okay, so it's a one-way protection. It's a protection against price going up. Sorry, in this case, price going down. Okay, with the option, right? Anyway, so in order to protect yourself, you're buying an insurance, right? And for that benefit, you have to pay the price. That's the insurance premium, so to speak, right? Okay, so here, going back to this example, okay, they anticipate the sale of 50,000 pounds of copper, okay, and this, okay, so you know the story, okay. So price of copper increases from 302.65 to 330 cents per pound, right? So based on the previous example, now the story is instead of price going down to 270, it went up to 330, okay? And but they have purchased this option in July, okay? But it's a November put option, okay? So 5 months before or 4 months before the actual delivery date, okay, they have purchased this November put option, okay, at 6.65 cents per pound premium, okay. Okay, so net proceeds received from sale of copper to Ford Company, okay. So in case price goes up to 330 pounds, okay, 330 cents per pound, okay, then they are receiving 330 cents per pound, okay, but since they have paid 6.65 cents premium, okay, that difference is 323, right? And put option here will be useful in this case. Okay, suppose copper. In case price goes down to 280 cents, okay, and they can sell the put option, which they have purchased in July, okay, at 20 cents per pound. Okay. Where does the 20 cents per pound come from? That's the difference between the 300 cents and the spot price of 280 cents. Okay, so they have purchased the option, yeah, put option with 300 cents exercise price. Okay, so since the spot price is 280, in other words, currently, if you want to sell copper, you can only receive 280 in the market, but since you are holding this put option, you can sell it at 300, right? So the value of the option is 20 cents, the difference, okay? So, well, you can simply sell the copper at the market price, but you can also sell this put option that you have purchased in July, okay? So you have to be careful here. When it says sell put option, that means you're selling the option that you have previously purchased in July. You're not freshly selling the option or writing the option at this point, okay? So in this example, it's a little bit confusing. Okay, you have to know the story. The story is you have purchased this 300 cents exercise price option back in July, okay, and you are going to sell those options that you are holding, okay, and at 20 cents per pound. Okay, so the net profit on option of 20 cents less the initial premium 665, right? So in effect, you are gaining 13.35 cents per pound because you have received the 20 cents, but you've already paid 6.65 cents as premium. Okay. All right. So 280 plus 13.35, 293.35 cents per pound. That's what you're going to receive as a result of this entire transaction. Okay. Okay. So here what's the summary here? Previously, when you hedged yourself with the forwards or futures, right, then you could protect yourself against only one side, okay? Either price rising or price declining, right? But when you hedge yourself with the option like this, okay, then you are protected both ways. If the price goes up, you can just let it expire, okay? You don't have to exercise. There is no obligation, right? In forwards and futures, you are obligated to sell. If you had a short hedge, okay? If you sold the future, then you are obligated to provide your copper or whatever at set price. Okay? If you had a long hedge, then you are obligated to purchase, right, the copper or whatever, right? But in the option case, you can just let it expire. In the first case here, if the price rises, you're going to let it expire and just sell your copper at the market price. Okay? But if the price declines, then you can use the option. Right? You can sell the material, whatever, copper, at the market price, and then you can also sell your future. The option, put option, okay, at the current price of option, right? And that way you are protected. Okay? Are you protected? So it doesn't really work exactly like future or forward case. Okay? Here, in two scenarios, the amount of profit is different here. Right? You have to understand that, right? In the case you let the option expire, your profit is this much, 300. I mean, not the profit, but your revenue, okay, is 323 cents, 0.35 cents, okay, per pound, okay, which, yeah, is good because price rose, okay, starting from the beginning. The current price was $302.65. Okay? Well, in the second case, what happened here? You ended up receiving only 293.35 cents. Is that a protection? Partial protection, because? Okay, premium, yeah. Well, you paid premium, but more than that, what? The story is, right now the price you expected the price to be 302.65 cents, right? And of course you're not getting that much, right? You're getting only 293.35 cents, right? So you are losing a little bit compared to your expectation, right? But the market price went down to 280 cents in this case, right? So at least you are recovering some of the losses, okay? You're protecting yourself against the full loss, okay? Using the option, right? So if you look at it, at some point it may not look like protection, right? But it is a partial protection, I guess, as you say. Okay, you can, in the trade, that's what we do. We set some boundary, okay, or limit, loss limit. Okay, so I can take certain amount of loss, okay, but not more than that, right? So that's you're setting the kind of a maximum loss level, okay? Okay, so that's the idea of hedging with option. Okay, and just a couple of some obvious comments. Okay, choosing the proper risk management technique, whether you choose forward, future, or option, right, can make the difference between success and failure. Okay. And management cannot consider every eventuality and is subject to the assumption underlying the model used to control the risk. Okay? I'm sure you have heard of financial engineering. Okay? I guess in financial engineering, they try to come up with some technique, okay? Combination of calls and puts and futures and forwards and whatever, right? Options, right? And they think they can come up with the proper, appropriate combination of these financial instruments that can allow you to avoid or reduce the risk level, okay? Or unexpected risk, okay? So it may, well, I'm sure it is impossible to expect all possible situations or, possible, or possibilities, okay? But that's what financial engineering is about, okay? They try to come up with some proper combination of these financial instruments, okay? Okay, that's chapter 21. Okay. Any question from chapter 21?